Planet Dolan. This episode was partially funded by Skillshare.
From how colors got their names to the world's earliest disease, we answer several of your most burning questions about life.
Hi there, my name is Doopy, and I'll be reading out the questions and answers.
Bask in my glory, for I am Nixium, the bringer of truth. Oh my God, look at that bicep. Doopy, are you basking?
Huh? Oh yeah, sure. The Pokemon asks, what was the first ice cream?
What is this iced cream? Is that some kind of modern term for Yeti milk? I will not drink anything that comes from those disgusting creatures.
No, Nixium! Ice cream is one of the best things in the world! Here, try some! You eat it.
Ooh. Doopy, you were right. This iced cream is marvelous.
How did you not get brain freeze?
What?
There's no specific origin or inventor of ice cream, but we do know that some people consumed snow flavored with honey and nectar as far back as Alexander the Great. Desserts that resemble the ice cream we know today began to appear during the 18th century in England and the United States. Some of the earliest recipes were flavored with raspberries, strawberries, and cherries. Mr. Polar asks, what do wasps do for the environment, and why do they exist?
Wasps are the bandits of the insect world. You'll be enjoying a feast prepared by your servants, and then all of a sudden, they descend to take what isn't theirs. Hey! It's a fine day for sword play.
In early summer, wasps serve a similar role to bees. They pollinate plants and flowers while they gather and feed on nectar. They are also predatory insects and will spend a lot of time hunting smaller insects to feed their young. This makes them useful to ecosystems as they control insect populations. As irritating as wasps are, they are helpful.
Oh, really? All right, you can go. But don't you come near my iced cream. That's mine!
TNT Ninja TC asks, how would our vision work if we had 4 eyes?
For an elf like me with heightened senses, 4 eyes would be redundant. But for someone like Doopy, extra eyes could really help her.
I'm okay. I really don't need any extra eyes.
Are you sure? Because I know this sorcerer who could turn you into a spider. No problem.
Why would I want to be a spider?
I don't know. Maybe there's someone you want to scare.
With 2 eyes, we have what is called binocular vision. The brain receives images from the eyes and combines the two to form a vision. This grants us depth perception, which helps us work out how far away an object is and how far it may be moving. 2 eyes is enough to comprehend our 3-dimensional world. Any more would have little effect, besides maybe better depth perception, if our brains were able to process the additional images. Hellbent, I have come for you! Ow! Maximus249 asks, how and why do volcanoes erupt if they aren't alive?
Volcanoes are the fury of the gods. If one is erupting, then it means that a mortal has done something awful.
Oh no, my ice cream!
Doopy!
Beneath the Earth's crust is the mantle, made up of molten rock and gases. As pressure builds in the mantle, it eventually erupts from weak spots in the Earth's crust along fault lines. This rupture is what we call volcanoes. Volcanoes are only considered extinct if they haven't erupted in the past 10,000 years and are not predicted to do so in the future. Otherwise, they are considered active and dormant. Puppet Master 87 asks, how did colors get their names and who named them?
Colors were named by the king who rides the rainbow. I do not question his will, for he is wise beyond any that walk this earth.
He rides a rainbow? That sounds pretty magical.
There he is, Doopy! Look! There's a rainbow right now!
How do I get off this damn thing?
Although we do not know who named each color, we can trace some of their origins back thousands of years. The names we use for colors often have their origins in a similar word used to describe an object or the state of something. For example, the color blue has its origin in the Proto-Indo-European word bel, which meant to shine. McFinus asks, what would happen if the sun was just a huge dry rock in space?
Then we must relight it before darkness takes us for all eternity. Come on now. Damn it! Come on!
Nixium, you can't light a fire in space.
Hold on, Doopy, I've got this.
If the sun was a large rock, it would contract under its own mass, collapsing within hours and possibly forming a black hole. If somehow it didn't, the absence of heat and light generated from the sun would cause our planet to be plunged into complete darkness. Temperatures would plummet and the very atmosphere would freeze. Then everything would die.
Aha! Oh god. There we go.
Super Zook Bros asks, what was the first known disease in history?
The disease of undeath, of course. I should know. I caught it. But don't worry. I got better.
Oh, Nixium, it looks like you dropped your arm.
Oh, thank you, Doopy. Allow me to give you a pat on the back for this favor.
Thanks.
You are most welcome, my friend.
Although the first disease known to man is still up for debate, we know that there were several references to leprosy in the Bible caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium leprae. Archaeologists have also found mummies that were buried with signs of tuberculosis, which they discovered after taking samples from their lungs. These ancient Egyptians were believed to have died from tuberculosis in roughly 600 BC. Super Joanna 123 asks, what was the first thing ever invented?
The first and greatest thing ever invented was fighting. It came to be when two cavemen argued over who had the heaviest rock. The winner, well, he walked away with 2 heavy rocks. What a great invention.
Is there anything else you enjoy besides fighting and ice cream?
Ooh, punching.
Of course you do. Simple tools were some of the earliest inventions, and their usage can be traced back roughly 2.5 million years. Sharp-edged stones were used as knives, useful for hunting and cutting meat from animals. Why do cat butts raise when you pet them?
It means your pet is diseased and must be purged before the infection can spread.
Careful, Nixium. She's not going to like that.
Die, you plagued abomination!
I told ya. This is an instinctive reflex to show a positive reaction to your pets, but it can have many other meanings, such as the cat showing you are the dominant cat or a type of mother figure. They can also do this to allow other cats to exchange scents by lifting their tail, or female cats might do this to show they're ready to mate. But in most cases, it just feels nice for them. Weirdo Chicken asks, what is the closest thing to a dinosaur today? I think that might be Nixium.
What? I'm no lizard.
No, silly, I'm saying you're old.
Old? I'm a strapping young elf in my early 10,000s. How old are you?
I'm in my 20s.
20,000? Wow, Doopy. You look so youthful.
No, just 20s.
Oh, Doopy. You look terrible for your age.
Humans are different to elves, dingus. Of the animals alive today, it's thought that birds are the descendants of the dinosaurs. In fact, today, the closest relatives to the Tyrannosaurus rex are chickens and ostriches. Although birds are considered living descendants, other species are also related. Some modern reptiles are believed to be related in some way to dinosaurs, such as crocodiles.
Doopy, I apologize for bringing up your old appearance. Allow me to make it up to you. Together, we shall ride and pillage as much ice creams as we can find.
Oh, heck yeah, let's ride! I want my mint chocolate chip! For glory!
So as we mentioned at the start of the video, Skillshare is sponsoring this episode. It's an online learning community with thousands of classes in topics like design, animation, writing, and art. You can check out courses on YouTube animation, just like we do on Planet Dolan. See, I myself have been checking out the writing and story courses. So maybe you're young, maybe you're just starting out on YouTube. This is the perfect way to figure things out early. Make videos exactly like us. You can discover groups to find others interested in the same thing you are. Think of it like their very own Discord servers for people to geek out in. If you have some special skill or area of expertise, you might want to consider becoming a teacher through their service as well. So premium membership is affordable on a budget, less than $10 per month, and a huge range of courses to pick from, unlimited access. You might want to consider it like bonus research for something you're already studying or training in. Improve your skills, unlock some new opportunities, meet some people, and do the work you love. Since Skillshare is sponsoring this video, the first 500 people to use the promo link in the description will get their first 2 months free to try it out. So get clicking. Our channel is all about edutainment, so consider this in addition to your thirst for knowledge. You have to consume education like delicious ice cream. Nom nom nom. So go check out a course and let us know how you go in the description box down below.